little bit of sunshine. It's cold out here, but not as cold as some of y'all got it. And I guess I ain't. Wait a minute here. Let me see if I can get in the sunlight maybe a little better, huh? Maybe not. I don't know. Huh. We're in the Sam Hill. Huh. Well, I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna about all the holly jolly I'm ready for. Anyhow, I just got in from a little post office trip. Y'all, my window's on Christmas. I'm enjoying this immensely, but I gotta tell y'all, I don't know. I ain't rolling through this Christmas. We're going to be behind on a whole lot. But if y'all want to check out my funny little story about my Christmas little jaunt today, check out below. You have yourself a little laugh. But anyway, today, the windows of witness, Anna. At age 20, I was working for the national. At the age of 20, I was working for the natural gas company in our area of West Virginia. My job was in the Department of Civil Engineering, where I worked with crews surveying pipelines, well sites, and plot maps. In January that year, we were dispatched to Fort Gay, West Virginia, to run a survey that would cite a core hole sample location where they wanted to drill for coal in preparation for the attempted coal gasification experiment. That winter day, the weather reports said the winds were gusting up to 80 miles an hour, which added to the already brisk temperatures made for an extremely frigid morning. Since I was low man in seniority on the team, I was the only one who got to leave the warmth of our company vehicle and climb to the top of a railroad bridge to locate the U.S. government benchmark from which we had to begin our survey. To this day, I am unclear about what happened next. I have always assumed that one of those 80-mile-per-hour gusts blew down the hollow and knocked me off balance, because the next thing I remember is waking up at the bottom of the ravine in a dry creek bed below the deck of the bridge. I tried to get up and passed out again. The next time I came to, I was in the back of our utility vehicle, headed to a hospital in Huntington, West Virginia, where the emergency room personnel spent the day taking x-rays and trying to figure out why I wasn't dead. I had fallen 38 feet into a dry creek bed and landed on my neck. Yet, I had escaped with only a neck sprain and a slightly compressed spine. I was in traction for a week and in a hard collar on disability for 3 months. By the time I returned to work, the bosses must have determined that I was a danger to myself and everyone else, because they moved me from the field crew to the safe confines of a map room. The most vivid memory I have of my hospital stay, however, is not the x-rays or traction, although I gained a bountiful harvest of sermon illustrations from those experiences. What I remember most was one special afternoon, sharing my hospital room with an elderly gentleman who was already in the other bed when I was admitted. Once I was in traction, I could see nothing but the ceiling. A less than wonderful view to have for a week. But several times a day, I would hear people, usually hospital staff, come to the door and whisper in hushed voices, "Is that him?" "Yes." "He's the one who's supposed to be dead?" "Yes." "Well, why didn't the fall kill him?" "No one knows." This scene played itself out over and over. Then, one afternoon during visiting hours, as I lay there looking up the ceiling, I heard the muffled tones of the man in the next bed talking with his wife. It sounded as if they were crying, and I had assumed they had gotten some bad news from the doctor. But I couldn't have been more wrong. At the end of visiting hours, the woman came over to my bed and leaned over my face so that she could look me in the eye. She still had tears in her eyes as she said, "My husband told me what happened to you. We are Christians, and we believe God spared your life because He wants to use you. We are going to pray for you to that end." Then she walked away. I was released soon after that, and I never saw the woman again. But I have never forgotten her words she spoke to me that day. To that point in my life, I had done a pretty good job of living for myself. I had grown up in a church where the gospel was not presented, and the thought of God being taken seriously, let alone being interested in me, was a shock to my system. It caused me to start thinking about things I had never considered before. I started attending a church that taught the Bible, and 18 months later, accepted Christ as my Savior and Lord. And it all began with that brief, heartfelt, sincere witness from an elderly woman who didn't know me from Adam's house cat. She could have just ignored me, but she compassionately and courageously gave witness to her faith in God and her concern for me. And God used her words of witness to change my life. When I think of that dear lady, who I look forward to seeing again in heaven, I think of Anna in Luke chapter 2. She too was an older woman, spiritually committed and passionate about giving witness to Christ. I am so grateful for Anna's presence in the Christmas story, because God used Anna of a different generation to impact my own life so powerfully. The woman of witness. I think we'll read the woman of witness in tomorrow's installation, episode, whatever. All right, y'all, I'm heading in. It's blooming cold. I'm freezing, but I thank God for the sunshine. Man, I tell you what, we've had nothing but rain, and oh, thank you, Lord, for the sunshine. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. I'll see you tomorrow when we do the Woman of Witness.